Welcome to the most exciting coin discovery of your life. Today, we're diving into the mysterious and ultra-rare bicentennial coins, an ordinary-looking coin with the power to make you a millionaire overnight. If you've got this hidden gem in your pocket, your entire future could change in an instant. Let's unlock the secrets behind this legendary piece of treasure. First up, in the vast and glittering world of rare coins, few shine brighter than the elusive 1935 United Kingdom half-penny featuring King George V, not George VI, despite common mix-ups. This tiny copper-brown relic may seem humble in your palm, but it carries the weight of royal legacy, historical charm, and astronomical value. With the majestic uncrowned portrait of King George V facing left, surrounded by the regal legend, George's V de Jare, Brit. OMN, Rex FID, Def, IND, IMP. This coin is far more than currency. It is a golden key to sudden wealth and unimaginable prosperity. Flip this coin and you'll witness the grandeur of an age-long past. The legendary three-masted sailing ship gracefully cutting through imaginary seas. Above sails the bold half-penny, and below rests the quiet power of the 1935 date, anchored in time. The design, sculpted by the genius Thomas Humphrey Paget, is not just art, it's a story etched in metal. It speaks of British maritime dominance, of exploration and empire, and of a monarch whose name still echoes through the corridors of history. But what makes this coin a life-changing miracle? It's not just age or design, it's the rare combination of perfect preservation, misstrikes, low mintages, and historical quirks. While millions of half-pennies were struck during King George V's reign, certain versions from 1935 with sharp, uncirculated condition and crisp detailing command prices in the millions today. Collectors fight tooth and nail in auctions to possess these historical jewels, and if you unknowingly hold one, you're sitting on a fortune that could rewrite your destiny overnight. Now, imagine discovering such a coin in your old drawer, inherited box, or antique collection. Your life could change in a blink. These aren't coins you trade at face value. They're treasure chests disguised in copper, each one an empire in itself. Experts and investors understand their power, often paying outrageous sums in private deals just to add one to their portfolio. These coins are whispered legends in numismatic circles, a sacred grail for any collector. One particular trait that skyrockets this coin's value is the exceptional minting flaw or misprint. Maybe a double die, a clipped planchet, or an off-center strike. If your 1935 half-penny bears one of these anomalies, brace yourself. Its value might explode beyond market expectations, possibly soaring into millions. It's not fiction. It's a financial rocket fueled by rarity, passion, and global demand. And let's not forget the emotional force behind it. Holding such a coin is like touching the pulse of a vanished empire. It evokes nostalgia, royalty, and national pride. For collectors, it's not just about possession. It's about owning a living piece of British history, frozen in a coin that once passed through the hands of a post-war society trying to rebuild and redefine itself. If you possess this majestic 1935 half-penny, treat it with the reverence of a crown jewel. Get it professionally graded, authenticated, and insured. Avoid hasty sales or bargain deals. It's not just a coin, it's a miracle in metal. In a world chasing quick money, you've got something far rarer, a silent billionaire maker tucked in your collection, waiting for its rightful moment to dazzle the world. So remember this. The 1935 UK half-penny isn't just an antique. It's a golden ticket to opulence, an overlooked wonder that could propel you from ordinary to extraordinary. Cherish it, protect it, and when the time comes, let it crown you with the wealth of a kingdom. Second, in the secretive world of numismatics, a coin doesn't just carry metal. It carries mystery, wealth, and untold stories of kings and empires. One such spellbinding treasure is the 1936 United Kingdom half-penny, featuring the iconic uncrowned portrait of King George VI facing left, surrounded by the royal legend George's 6D, G, BR, OMN, Rex F laughing face, IND, IMP. Though small in size, this copper coin hides a storm of staggering value. And if one such specimen lies forgotten in your possession, You're unknowingly holding a ticket to multi-million-dollar wealth. This coin is a ghost of history, a piece so elusive and rare, it's nearly mythical. The year 1936 was no ordinary one. It marked the year of three kings. George V passed away, Edward VIII briefly reigned, and George VI ascended the throne. Because of this turbulent royal shift, official half pennies with George VI's portrait and the 1936 date are almost non-existent. If one does exist, it is likely a pattern coin or an experimental strike, a trial piece not meant for circulation, making its survival nearly miraculous. Designed by the renowned Thomas Humphrey Paget, the obverse displays King George VI not in a regal crown, but in the humble glory of an uncrowned monarch, symbolizing power through service. The reverse, however, dazzles with Britain's maritime majesty. A three-masted sailing ship powering left, sails full, with the bold half-penny hovering above and the date, 1936, grounding it below. It's not just a coin, it's a story cast in bronze, a relic of a nation braving the tides of change. If you're lucky enough to have such a coin, consider this. You're not holding a mere penny. You are holding one of the most sensational rarities in British coinage, potentially worth millions. The mystery of its mintage, the intrigue of its timing, and the artistry of its design give it a collector's allure so strong, it sends ripples through auction rooms worldwide. Even whispers of a genuine 1936 George VI halfpenny are enough to ignite bidding wars among elite collectors and royal enthusiasts alike. And what drives its jaw-dropping value? Scarcity, above all. The Royal Mint wasn't supposed to release half-pennies bearing George VI's image in 1936. So if yours bears that year with his portrait, it could be one of a kind. Whether struck for testing dies, reserved for mint archives, or accidentally released, its very existence defies mint records, making it the ultimate unicorn of British coins. Think beyond traditional markets. This coin appeals not just to numismatists but also to investors, historians, and museum curators. If certified authentic and in mint state, UNC, or proof condition, your 1936 half-penny could shatter existing coin sale records. And that's no exaggeration. In a world driven by rarity and historical value, even a single verified piece could easily fetch millions under the hammer of the right auctioneer. So, don't be deceived by its small form. If a 1936 George VI half-penny lies in your drawer, you may be richer than you ever imagined. Get it professionally graded, shield it from wear, and never, ever trade it away lightly. Coins like this don't just hold money. They hold magic, power, and the promise to turn an ordinary life into a fortune overnight. In the end, the 1936 UK halfpenny is more than metal. It's a hidden legacy, a historical time capsule, and possibly the most third in the vast universe of coin collecting. There are coins, and then there are miracles cast in metal. Among the most overlooked yet profoundly powerful treasures of British numismatics is the 1937 United Kingdom halfpenny, featuring King George VI. On the surface, it appears to be a humble piece of bronze. But once you unlock its story, its history, and its extraordinary scarcity in flawless form, you'll understand why this single coin could be the golden ticket to billionaire status. Yes, this one coin, if in pristine condition or with a rare flaw, could completely transform your fortune overnight. This incredible coin displays the uncrowned portrait of King George VI, facing left, surrounded by the legend George VI G. Br. OMN. Rex F. Laughing Face. IND. IMP. A powerful abbreviation of Latin. Phrases honoring the king as defender of the faith and emperor of India. Designed by the master engraver Thomas Humphrey Paget, the portrait speaks not just of royal authority, but of a monarch who stepped up in a time of crisis, inheriting the crown after the shocking abdication of his brother, Edward VIII. It's more than a profile. It's a legacy of courage and calm in a storm of uncertainty. Now turn the coin over, and you'll see the three-masted sailing ship, a symbolic vessel cutting through waves toward glory. The detail is exquisite. Sails billowed. Ropes tight, design balanced. The denomination half-penny arches above, and the date, 1937, sits confidently below. This design became iconic, a representation of Britain's mighty naval heritage, resilience, and worldwide presence. But the 1937 version is special. It's the first year this new design appeared under George VI's reign, giving it an elite collector status. What makes this coin a potential multi-million-dollar treasure? It's not just age or aesthetics. It's the condition, the year, and the hidden minting secrets. A flawless, uncirculated 1937 halfpenny, especially in proof quality, a special strike with extra sharp details, is incredibly scarce. Most were circulated, worn down by hands and pockets through decades. But a preserved piece, gleaming, crisp, untouched, could fetch unimaginable wealth. And if yours has a minting error, like a double strike, misaligned die, or off-center design, it could be even more rare and worth millions in private auctions. There are even collector legends of a few 1937 halfpennies struck with slight anomalies, flaws. So subtle that only experts can spot them, but so rare they elevate the coin to the highest levels of value. This is where rarity meets myth. One such coin could make headlines and shatter auction records, as elite collectors from across the globe fight to own what is essentially a royal relic frozen in time. Imagine finding one tucked in an old coin pouch, hidden among forgotten change, or passed down from a grandparent. That tiny disc could hold the key to your future, a financial revolution in your hands. The coin market doesn't just value metal. It values rarity, history, emotion, and mystery. And the 1937 George VI halfpenny brings all of that in one extraordinary artifact that if you believe you possess this rare gem, don't let it slip away. Protect it. Preserve it. Get it professionally graded by a reputable authority. Do not sell it cheaply to quick dealers who know its true worth and hope you don't. This isn't just currency. It's a crown jewel disguised as a coin. Its value isn't in pennies. It's in potential. Potential to transform your life, secure your future, and make you the next overnight billionaire. So, the next time you come across a worn bronze coin marked 1937, stop and look closer. That small token might be a sleeping giant, a symbol of history and fortune combined, waiting to be awakened by the right eyes and the right moment. This is more than metal. It's a miracle in your palm. Forth in the shimmering world of ancient treasures and forgotten fortunes, few relics carry as much hidden power as the 1938 United Kingdom halfpenny. Modest in appearance, but monumental in potential, this coin is not just a fragment of history. It's a financial time bomb waiting to explode into unimaginable wealth. If you possess this small piece of copper bearing the uncrowned portrait of King George VI and the striking reverse of a three-masted ship, you might unknowingly be holding a treasure that could make you a billionaire overnight. The heart of its power lies the striking obverse design. King George VI, facing left, uncrowned yet regal, his profile captured by the legendary engraver Thomas Humphrey Paget. Encircling him is the classic legend, George's 6D, G, BR, OMN, Rex F laughing face, IND, IMP, A. Latin tribute to the king as defender of the faith and emperor of India. This side alone connects you to the heartbeat of an empire, and with the 1938 date, it represents one of the earliest circulating coins of George VI's reign, a time when the world stood on the brink of monumental change. Flip the coin, and you're met with a vision of motion and strength. The three-masted sailing ship, full sails pressing forward into history. It is the very image of Britain's maritime might, symbolizing exploration, power, and legacy. Above the ship floats the proud denomination halfpenny, and below, the simple yet legendary year, 1938. This reverse wasn't just art. It was a national icon, representing the lifeblood of a seafaring empire. Now here's where the story gets richer, literally. While millions of halfpennies were minted, very few survive in uncirculated or proof condition. And among those, the ones struck with rare minting anomalies or presentation finishes are even rarer. Some say a tiny number of 1938 halfpennies were special specimens, made not for circulation, but for testing, display, or high-profile government use. If yours is one of those, you're not holding a coin. You're holding a numismatic nuclear bomb, with a value that could skyrocket into the millions of dollars in today's collector markets. What elevates this coin from rare to legendary is not just its age or condition, but what it represents. The late 1930s were turbulent times. Europe teetered on the edge of war, and Britain was preparing for a future that would change the world forever. Owning a 1938 halfpenny is like owning a snapshot of that moment in time, cast in metal, imbued with history, and blessed with scarcity. It is not merely a collectible. It is a cultural artifact with the power to captivate collectors, historians, and investors alike. Imagine this: a coin so rare that its mere mention sends a ripple through the auction world. Dealers whisper about it. Collectors chase it. Museums dream of it. And you might already have it in a forgotten box, an heirloom drawer, or a dusty collection. You might be sitting on a treasure chest worth more than a mansion, more than a luxury car, a coin that could change your destiny forever. If you even suspect you own this coin, do not let it go cheaply. Protect it like royalty. Get it professionally, graded and authenticated. It could be a proof strike, an error coin, or a first-run special issue. And that's where its millionaire value lives. Don't let fast cash dealers rob you of your miracle. With the right buyer, the right presentation, and the right auction stage, your 1938 halfpenny could be the key that unlocks generational wealth. Don't underestimate the small, bronze coin you hold. The 1938 UK halfpenny isn't just metal. It's money, memory, and majesty fused into one. And if fortune smiles on you, it may well five in the vast sea of coins that have passed through British hands over centuries. There exists a small, unassuming bronze marvel from the dawn of war and empire's twilight. The 1939 United Kingdom halfpenny, bearing the uncrowned portrait of King George VI and the stunning image of a three-masted ship sailing left. This is no ordinary coin. It is a rare survivor from a world on the brink of war, a royal token etched in history, and potentially a multi-million-dollar secret weapon in your very own possession. The obverse of the coin is a powerful yet humble portrait of King George VI, uncrowned, facing left, a man who never expected to wear the crown but became the rock of a nation. Encircling this finely crafted image are the majestic Latin words, Georgiv 6D, G, BR, OMN, Rex F laughing face, IND, IMP, which translate to George VI, by the grace of God, King of all the Britons, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. This powerful title marks not just the ruler of a country, but the face of an empire during a turning point in global history. Turn the coin, and you're transported onto the deck of a timeless ship. Designed by Thomas Humphrey Paget, the reverse depicts a three-masted galleon sailing confidently into the winds of history, an emblem of Britain's naval dominance and exploration legacy. The inscription halfpenny floats above like a crown, while the year 1939 sits like an anchor beneath it. But this is not just a coin. It's a time capsule, minted at the very edge of peace before the world was plunged into World War II. What makes this particular coin so profoundly valuable is the year. 1939 was no ordinary minting cycle. As Britain shifted toward wartime production, minting quantities were adjusted, records tightened, and errors or experimental pieces became incredibly rare. Some 1939 halfpennies were struck with minute variations, such as alignment misprints, die breaks, or off-metal tests. These rare anomalies, if found, could catapult the coin's value into the millions of dollars, making it one of the most valuable coins ever held by ordinary hands. And here's where it gets thrilling. Most people don't even know what they're holding. Tucked away in old drawers, inherited collections, or long-forgotten coin boxes, there could lie a single flawless 1939 George VI halfpenny, untouched by time, glowing with that unmistakable reddish-copper luster. If yours is uncirculated, proof, or displays any minting flaw, it could command record-breaking sums at auction, drawing collectors and investors from every corner of the world. The value of this coin isn't just in metal or history, it's in timing, rarity, and global fascination. This was the final moment of peace before chaos. A coin that was born at the edge of darkness carries with it a magnetic pull for historians, collectors, and royal memorabilia investors. Its story is tied not only to King George VI, but to the very survival of the British Empire. That emotional power, combined with the possibility of pristine preservation, makes it a true titan of treasure. If you're holding one of these coins, especially if it has sharp edges, deep detail, and vibrant original color, do not treat it as common. It is not pocket change, it is life-changing currency. Have it examined by a certified coin grading expert. Protect it from moisture, from wear, from light. Do not sell it to a casual collector or pawn shop. It could be your single greatest asset and a magnet for millionaires hungry for history. So ask yourself, do you have the 1939 halfpenny of destiny? If you do, then know this: you possess more than just a coin. You hold a key to greatness, to fortune, to a story that spans monarchs and war and peace. It is the silent legend of your collection, and if fate smiles, it could be the coin that crowns you in unimaginable wealth.